What's up, y'all? This is Alex Quin, Vinny De Leon, House of Hits Miami. What's up, yo?
How's it going,
All
man?
good?
Yeah, man, life's great.
Hey, man, I was trying to do this a while back. I think we connected via email. We were talking a little bit about it before. Never had a chance to make it happen, and I had never seen the inside of this place.
No, it's your first time here.
This place is incredible.
Yeah.
We're going to throw in some B-roll in there so they could check out how the place looks while we talk.
Wonderful.
But fantastic, man. I love this, and I would love to hear the story of how this whole thing came to life.
Yeah, pleasure having you by. Let's get it started.
Yeah, let's go. So how did this whole thing come together, man?
I mean, that question in itself is a long answer. But,
Yeah.
you know, to summarize it, man, just a young kid with a dream. I went to the studio when I was 12.
Okay.
With this girl who sang since a young age. She was in 4th grade. And I fell in love with the mixing console, all the knobs. I was like, I want to do music. And from there, kind of led me here. Long story. I quit baseball, football to chase music. Went to college, left college to chase music. Parents weren't the happiest. But, you know, I chased a dream, and it's starting to pay off slowly.
Awesome. And okay, in college, what were you going to school for? Or like, what track were you on?
Getting the AA, business administration.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't
Undecided.
You didn't go down like the music track at that point.
Nope.
And what kind of like pulled you away from the school and brought you to the music
The
scene?
school was always to live the college life. Like all my best friends went off to Florida State, and like, I mean, if you've been to Tallahassee and a college town, you know it's
good.
It's just different. It's a great time to be alive. You know, you're young, not many responsibilities, and then all my best friends were out there, and I was like, man, I'm doing everyone's music in Tallahassee, but I can never grow here. And I was like, it's either I go chase the dream, and I went to school out here in Miami for music. It was here in LA, so I went to SAE. Studied a little bit, learned, and you know, came to Miami again. I left Miami for another year, came back, and came out here as a songwriter. And I was like, man, I like nice stuff. I need to make money now. I can't wait and be a starving artist. So started engineering. Next thing you know, started mixing. Stopped working at other studios to build the brand in my bedroom. I had a little Murphy bed that folded into the wall.
Right.
That was like the most expensive thing in my studio.
So this is like original House of Hits, the Murphy
Yeah,
bed.
that's where it started, the House of Hits.
Yeah.
I lived there.
There's the crib.
Yeah, no one knew I slept in the studio.
Right.
The bed folded into the wall. They had no idea.
Okay, so they would come over, they would do the sessions, and then obviously when everything was done, you would fold it up, put it back as your crib again.
The bed is in, like, if I got out the bed, from the front of the bed, I'd step on my mixing console. It was in the studio.
Okay.
You know, I was hustling, young in Miami, rent's $3-4 grand. Like, come on, we gotta pay the bills.
And what genre drew you to music first?
Urban music, American.
Yeah.
I never did Latin music till about 7 years ago.
Okay, so hip hop, R&B, all of that. Okay, and who are your musical influences like growing up that kind of like were staple for you?
My favorite artist was Lil Boosie growing up.
Lil Boosie? Boosie Badass?
Boosie Boo! That's definitely, and people laugh, but like I'm from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And he used to always come performing. And when you're from Jacksonville, you know Boosie in that time was the hottest. That's the Tupac of our generation.
Understand.
You know, and I just relate to the real, so shout out to Boosie Boo.
Oh my God, I wasn't expecting that.
No one ever does, but I'm well versed. Like,
Yeah.
I love R&B music from the old school, early late '90s, early 2000s. You know, I love punk rocks growing up when I was young. I think everyone went through that little stage with what is it called? Not punk rock, but anyway, it's like the soft rock or whatever.
Yeah.
And then a lot of urban music.
Rock is making a comeback, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
It is. I like seeing it.
Yeah, man, and a lot of the genres, just real music's coming back, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah? What do you mean by real music?
Not so much, you know, watered down, like, oh, well, this is this type of genre, they don't do harmonies. Or this is this type of genre, the kick's too heavy. There's no rules. Be great. Take your time. They come in here for an hour and put out their next single. That's not greatness. Can't record a song in an hour if it's real music. Like Justin Timberlake used to record what they say his backgrounds in 12-hour blocks, then on a separate day lead vocals. I mean, I think that's a little extensive now with the workflow, but take your time. Be great. You know, a lot of music just basic.
I don't disagree with the fact that music is being pumped out really fast, and it almost feels like people are just trying to check off boxes to just get the assignment done and, like, for lack of a better phrase, meet the quota.
Right.
And you do see it though, because like, at least from my perspective, in my opinion, over the last 2 years that I see music, I don't see songs sticking as much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before they would make more of an impact, they would stick around longer. A lot more people would know them. Now it seems like they come and they go. They come and they go.
But what's the concept of the record?
What do you mean?
What's the concept? It starts there.
Oh, okay. What are you
A
trying
lot
to
of
say?
these songs that come out is two-step, Well, what's the concept of the record?
The fuck does that mean?
It's called a two-step. It's for a dance. That can't stick around, really. Yeah, you could play it in the club 10 years later, of course, because people remember that record. But it's not going to be a song like, wow, I relate to that. Wow, there's a beginning, middle, and end. That's why it's the best seller. It's a book. It's a story. It's a piece of art. Understood. That is missing from music. There's still smash records. You see like Dua Lipa, Elton John. They had a huge one. Like, there's still music come out like, oh, it's a vibe. Then there's some songs that come out like Adele, Hello from Another Side. You say, it's a record. Yeah. It's a piece of art. Okay. I still love the Dua Lipa record. And the Elton John one, it's one of my favorite songs. Yeah. But, you know, that Hello from Another Side or is just... You're gonna sing that 50 years from now and be like, whoever did that special.
What would you say is the formula for an artist to be able to check off all those boxes to make it real music, to make it meaningful, to make it really stick, versus just going in the studio and making it happen quick? What are kind of like those
I think the
outliers?
main box is God gave you that talent. Okay. When you go into the studio saying Vinny's gonna make you sound good, you can make you a hit, but I don't think you made that timeless one. Just because already you're just forcing it. Like some people are meant to be a songwriter. Some people are meant to, and I truly believe in that. Yeah. Find your strong suit and surround yourself with people who are better at your weaknesses. You know, build a team. Like take the time to be great because there's so much music coming out. Yeah. So you got really one chance to, when you put it out, you better go correct.
Let me ask you about the business side. All right, we're talking about music. We're talking about the creative side, right? The business side, it's very complex. I run a marketing agency. I've been running a marketing agency for the last 10 years. I went to school for marketing. I worked at a marketing agency. And I started a marketing agency. Right. I've learned a fuck ton. Now that I'm involved in pretty much entertainment marketing and I've tried to understand the business, I don't need to understand all aspects of the business to be able to market it, but I want to understand how it works and the way the money is distributed, the way things are paid out. It's very complex, and I see a lot of people in the industry that I interview, or just people in general, that make a lot of mistakes and screw up a lot at the beginning for not understanding the music side of the business. How is that process for you of knowing, okay, maybe I'm good at music, I'm good at producing, I'm good at putting all this stuff together, but what about the business side that maybe you hadn't been able to learn because you had to learn from somebody else? How was that process?
That's a good question. I mean, the music industry is tough. You really have to lose to learn. A lot of it's trial and error, you know? I'd say this though, figure out one thing and be great at it, learn everything around that, observe and learn from other people's mistakes. When it comes time to make the decisions like publishing or splits or learning the label side of how to market a record in the beginning, you can't. Just like if you were a producer and you know you're a good keyboard player, you should have someone around you who's dope at drums. Right? And make it even better producer. Yeah, there's two people, but now you're on the level of the LeBron James because we're trying to make the NBA. If not, you're producing in the D leagues. I don't know what that is, you know? So I think hire the right people, pay for that. You don't know that yet. You need the experts.
Consultants, people that can tell you where you're screwing up.
Hire, and oh, where do you find that? You better get to work. I don't know. There ain't no, I can Google it, you know? But that's what I would do. Yeah. I'm not going to try to learn the whole industry. Yeah. It's going to take me too long. Yeah. Unless you got 20 years, 30 years to learn the business, learn the game, learn the art, because you're talking about learning it all, from recording to producing, business side. I mean,
yeah, because you have this big ass place, bro. You're not just a producer, or you're not just like you move the business. You know, you move your own ecosystem.
That's the favorite part.
And there was no rule book or like blueprint. I'm sure maybe nobody came and told you, "Yo, Vinny, check this out. Just do this, and you'll be fine." Like you had to go through a bunch of. Yeah. And all the loopholes that the entertainment industry throws your way.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of the times, like, I think Drake mentions it in a song, and maybe I'm butchering it, but he says, in one song he goes, like, he had heroes, like he met heroes, and now that once he works with them, he realizes that it's not that way. So a lot of people just come into the industry and just like, they get like starstruck. Oh, I'm working with this person, I'm working with that person. But they fail to pay attention to the minor details of how the deal is being done. And that's where a lot of things get lost sometimes. Instead of paying attention to how money's actually going to be made, they get starstruck in who they're working with and overlook all of that, which could make their career longer, which what you're saying. If you got 20 years, you got 30 years, like, you know?
Right. If you take the back-end approach, time's not a factor. Yeah. If you're not an artist, it doesn't matter. You got time. Yeah. If you're an engineer, you have time. Slow money, steady money, but, you know, you got to see how do I get out of that. My vision was always, okay, I know I'm going to have to work for $25 the rest of my life at like a cap as an engineer unless I build a brand. So I was like, I can't work at studios no more. I only work at House of Hits in order to build that brand. I took a hit. My brother was mad because the mixing company also took a little hit because not as many celebrities were on my client list no more. But over time, Over time, became #1. All the celebrities are back in my condo. Boom, it came. Thank God, we took the right steps. Became #1 on Google. Reviews were crucial for us. The community, word of mouth, and you know, Miami's small in the music community. So once you're in and you got a great product and you do good business, why can't you reach the top?
What are you most known for?
Mixing and mastering right now, I'd say, and House of Hit, being the owner of House of Hit.
So and your name is Vinny, obviously, but you go by Mr. Mix and Master. So that's your personal brand.
Yeah, correct.
Were you always that personal brand, or that you slowly evolved into that because people called you that or whatever?
Man, believe it or not, I was Vinny D. I made music when I was a very young age.
You were an artist?
Yeah, an artist.
Yeah?
My whole life. I was 18 years old, put 2,000 people inside a club, only me. But I live, the music industry has took me to a place I never thought it would, but I still do what I love, so thank God I'm blessed. But, you know, I'm known as an engineer and studio owner. My vision is to be the next Diddy, the next Simon Cowell. And I'm on my way, and not many people know that, but they're going to soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes years to see an overnight success. You've been putting in the work.
Yeah, 23 years and counting.
You don't look like physically, it doesn't look like you've been 23 years in the game. You look young. You're like,
because I do what I love.
Shit, bro.
I wake up and my boss says, Vinny, where you at? No. I'd say, Vinny, you got to
Vinny, where you at?
Vinny, come on. You can't go to South Beach today. You can't go shopping today.
No booby trap today, Vinny.
No. We got to work. I've been putting in the work, though, because when I was young, I mean, Miami distracted me in the beginning years. I'm not going to lie.
Me too, yeah.
But hey.
But it's part of it, no?
Yeah.
You build relationships during that time. You learn what not to do, what people not to be around. Like,
yeah,
you learn a lot about yourself through being in that industry.
Nah, for sure. I couldn't agree more.
The cool thing, I mean, at least the city that we're living in now, especially now 2023, is it's really cool to see how the industry has kind of like grown globally, at least that like the Latino industry, the hip hop industry has grown globally, but now it seems like this is like the hub. So like you seem to be at the right place at the right time, having put in all the work already. So it feels like you're prepared. You know, you're prepared in a time where the world and the industry is ready to see somebody come out and shine and bring that heat.
Oh, thanks, man.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're right. You know, I'm working hard. It's all about, everything happens for a reason. I think the timing of it was great. Like when I got involved in the Latin scene and how I became bigger at the perfect time. The studio opened at the perfect time. Like, it happened that way. I thought I would have been the biggest thing in music 15 years ago. I thought I would have been the biggest thing in music a year ago. I'm close, just ain't there yet, but I'm on my way.
To you, what is the biggest thing in music?
Just a new face, man. I want to be known for what I'm good at, and that's creation. Right? Well, we just discussed I'm known for being the engineer and the studio. Big difference.
Yeah.
I'm the executive producer. I could talk how I'm great at it, but until I prove myself, time will tell. I told people 7 years ago that I was opening the best studio in Miami. I told every client that came to my studio that. And I got hit with so many challenges, bro. I built 3 studios in Wynwood with the same builder who built this. Ended up not going that route. I then did this. The day I finished next door, the roof came caving in. Challenge after challenge. And, you know, it's great. I got House of Hits. This brand is great. But I want to do the House of Hits records. And that's my true passion, to still be able to give great sound to the independents for a great price, rather than boost my rates to 5,000, 2,500, and 2 points like these, engineers that have the accolades that I do. I stay affordable and do the numbers game. Work smarter, not harder. So
still be able to help out the local talent in your existing roster while still being able to executive produce projects that come from your vision and what you see.
Or just develop and hand off.
Understood.
Eventually, one day, who knows, maybe be the label that develops talent and puts it out. But for right now, let me be great at what I know. Let me partner with the people who could give these artists a proper chance with the proper marketing, because that's part I'm learning. I'm not going to lie to myself. I need the best of the best, because what I give you is the best. House of Hits. Not the House of Songs.
House of Hits.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and what you're saying about the marketing is true, especially in the digital marketing age where every single day everything is different. New software changes, new this, new that. This is not allowed anymore. The payouts here are changing.
Right.
You got to stay on top of it. And like you said, surround yourself with the best people.
That's the goal.
Without that, then you're stuck.
And that's what I'm working towards. It's not that I have it all figured out. No, I got the studio figured out. We hope to open, a bunch of locations throughout the United States, maybe Puerto Rico and Jamaica very soon. Expand that franchise and studio brand. We got plans on launching Mr. Mix and Master University. Which
I was going to go there.
Yeah,
because the educational part is really important.
Yeah, we're going. Well, this is the thing, is that I got to train my employees anyway. And if I open more locations, I need more guys. So if I'm going to do that, why not create a curriculum? And everyone's like, well, do a masterclass, Vinny. And I'm like, masterclass? My class is you take it once, you're ready to have a career. I don't want to have a class where you got to go on Saturday and then next Saturday you learn a little bit. Let's give them the whole thing so they can go prepare and work on being great.
Binge on
And not so much how to use the gear. That's important, right? They got to learn this stuff.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I didn't learn from school was how to retain my client, how to speak to my client, how to use my gear on a vocal. They teach you how to use the gear on like an instrument or just in general, a threshold does this. I want to show you why to turn it, what's it doing. More practical, right? More us communicating, talking than, hey, read this textbook. This is a people game. My best engineers, most requested,
hands-on
are always personalities better. Anyone can be an engineer. It's not brain surgery. But do you want to be great at it? Well, it involves you being a people person. A lot of engineers are introverted. I believe in the opposite. Like, my approach is very different.
I feel you.
You know?
Okay. So it's not only technical, but it's also culture, communication. Like
it all matters.
Yeah.
It's the vibe most important.
Yeah.
Do you like your engineer? Are you clicking with them? Are they bringing out the best version of you?
Yeah.
If they ain't checking those boxes, they didn't do their job. All the Pro Tools stuff and using my Tube Tech and Neve to get the vocal sound, that's like 101. If you don't know that, why are you here?
Understood.
You know, that's in every studio.
You're speaking Chinese to me right now, bro.
It's okay.
But I know you know what the fuck you're talking about. I trust you.
You know, you know.
How long has this studio been here? This one we're sitting in right now?
This one's been here maybe a year and a half.
Okay.
It took about 9 months to a year to build.
Yeah.
The one next door has been here 2.5, 3 years.
So you have one next door too?
It's 2 sides, 5 rooms.
5 rooms.
Yeah.
I really liked it when I walk in because it's like my taste. Like the art you have in here is like this type of shit I would have in my office or in my house. It's really cool. And you can see that there's a lot of attention to detail. Are you really involved in the art part? Is that like?
Yeah, man. Yeah? I downloaded this app when I found this warehouse on LoopNet, and I literally like drug everything and see if it works. Contact the studio designer, Chris Bentley, my partner. I mean, well, they can't see these ceilings, but even like the wall design, look what he's second to none. He's Lamborghinis of studios, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need this guy. Who is this guy? I need him to build my studio. This matches my vision. And like our vision together was, let's make the coolest shit ever for the younger generation and the urban crowd, because that's what we're going after. If this was in Nashville, it'd probably look a little different, but we're in Miami. They like modern, they like high end, so that's what we give them. You know,
it looks like a spaceship in here.
It's about the vibes to me.
Like
we can make a hit in a hotel.
Yeah.
We can make a hit in the car. As long as the right engineer, the right gear's there.
Well, you make hits out your crib.
There you go. So this isn't needed. What they don't have at home is these speakers and my sound.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And the vibe. It's all about the vibe.
It's motivation, the vibe, feeling like you're like, it feels good. Like when you're in a clean, nice office, everything looks good, you're motivated, you're pumped to work versus just being in a shithole. You know what I mean?
I couldn't agree more. I'm OCD, and ask any of my employees of that. One thing I care about is everything being spotless. They're right next door. We got a maintenance guy there. Every 2 weeks we do maintenance, repaint the walls, because we just want to be the best. We want to be on point. We want the details, like you mentioned, to be flawless. Separate ourselves. We're the Ritz-Carlton and the Hilton, not the Hilton. You get me?
Understood.
High end.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned Jamaica. What draws you to Jamaica?
Chris, the builder, that's where he's from. He's Jamaican.
Okay, so you got to understand a lot about how the industry is moving
we think
over
it'll
there?
do very well. And that reggae scene has been around for how long and popping how long, and it'd be good to give. I think it'll do well in smaller markets, better than big ones personally.
Yeah.
I think that Miami, New York, LA are very competitive. In Miami, I think there's 300 studios. Well, we bring this to Mississippi or Jamaica, and we're instantly one of the cooler spots there. Yeah. So I think it'll do really good in markets like that.
Okay.
And it's not so much, hey, we have to make $1 million, $10 million off these studios yearly. Because it's about the opportunities there, the new artists we discover that maybe we can help out. Yeah. Maybe we produce their record, maybe we write for them, maybe we mix for them and get a point. You never know. It's about the opportunities that come through these doors too. If
money wasn't an issue, right, and the existing business model wouldn't interfere, you could do whatever the hell you want to do. What are you doing tomorrow? Like, money doesn't matter, your existing commitments don't matter, it's just whatever Vinny wants to do, whatever's like in my heart right now, what would we be doing?
I'm calling 2 producers, 1 writer, and the 2 new artists I believe in most. And we're gonna make about 4 records today, and we're gonna eat good between every session. I promise that. Yeah. Yeah, we gonna make. I love making music. Music's the only thing I love, really, like my true passion. Yeah. And football. Sundays, all I watch is football. I don't. And other than that, that's what I love. I love that more than anything.
Who would that dream team be? Like top of mind. You probably have a bunch. But I got
one team only. It's,
Okay.
it's my home team. It's
Okay.
My main producer is Vinny.
Okay.
So it's Vinny Vendito. He's one of
Vinny
the
and
most
Vinny.
talented humans I've ever met.
Okay.
Nicest guy I ever met. And then you got, you know, songwriter, I'll say Vic's annoying ass. He'll, you know, this guy, Vic, Billboard Killer, he's annoying. Another producer that's dope is this dude, Dev. And then for artists goes, Shamanly, hands down, most talented humans ever walked through these doors.
Yeah.
Our first artist on House of Hits Records.
That's your first artist?
Yeah, that we've been developing for a year now.
Okay.
We're about to release her. She's never released anything yet.
No?
But
What's the genre?
a pop.
Pop?
Yeah, I'd say the second coming to Mariah Carey.
Oh shit, that's a lot to say.
I'm coming.
Okay.
And if I'm wrong, don't come to House of Hits. I'll put it on. You can take my studio if I'm wrong. That's how confident I am.
I like that passion, man.
Nah, it's what I know. Music's what I know.
It doesn't
so
even come off as like cocky or anything. It just comes off like you love what you're doing and like you believe in your product.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I'm blessed. I live the dream, bro. I came to Miami to chase my dream, which is music.
Yeah.
I didn't plan on owning a studio like this or being known for an engineer, but I'm blessed. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So if I'm still chasing my dream doing music, let's go get the bag.
Hell
let's
yeah.
really have a chance at greatness and help a lot of people around the way. I got a lot of employees now. So I mean, let's build a team. Let's keep growing. Let's keep scaling. Why
Yeah,
not?
you employ a lot of people.
Few.
Right?
Quite a few.
Yeah. And it's not easy in Miami. You
Nah, man. My twin brother's gonna come soon and help out.
guys are identical twins?
Identical twin.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot. I manage probably too many things. But we've got to this point, and when he comes, he's gonna handle more of the business, take over the studio, you know, and let me get in the studio with the artists and really focus on the label.
Okay, so he's a music lover too. Like he's
a music lover. He doesn't have music talent.
Okay.
He's a businessman. He does finance.
which is fine.
You know, he compliments me perfectly.
Yeah.
He's one of the sharpest dudes I've ever met. So, you know, we sell water to whales. Like me and my brother are a rare breed, and we got to hustle that not many people do. And we want more. And we do what we love.
There's a charm to also like, you know, like seeing these badass brothers creating music and managing all this shit.
That's our
It's
goal.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
We don't do it. We do it right now, but you know, he works for finance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
He has properties and does his own thing, restaurants, and
Okay.
you know, he
Yeah, he
ain't
does
all
his
the way
thing.
vested in the music. But he's always said the mixing company and this music industry, he believes in more than any of those times 10.
And I think more than just that is you.
Well, that
believes
too.
in you.
We're the same person. We're
Yeah.
identical. Like for real. Like,
You guys that ever get like any of the weird twin vibes, like where something's wrong with him and
All
like
the
you
time.
feel it? You feel it?
all the
For real?
time. All the time.
What is it, like a
We
knot-
say
is
the
it like a
same-
thing in your stomach,
Not
or-
so much, but like someone will say something, we'll say the same thing at the same time.
At the same time?
Like, and we're like, what the f? Isn't that weird? Like, what do you eat? We'll order the same thing on. We've been to the restaurant once. I'll go on a Thursday, go on a Saturday. We'll order the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. It's, you know, twins, right? It's my best friend too. So we get, you know, we really click. We get along. All my brothers are really close. Family, real close.
You have more brothers.
I have 3 brothers.
Are you on the younger
I'm
side?
the youngest. That's why I don't speak no Spanish.
Yeah?
My older brothers speak more Spanish than I do. Well,
They give you shit for not speaking Spanish?
Well, no, because like my abuela never had a full conversation. My mom or dad had to translate. My mother's from Italy, my dad's from Cuba.
Okay.
So it was hard to catch on to either, being the youngest of them, because we left Chicago where all the Latin people were,
Yeah.
to Virginia. My dad was in the Navy for a year.
Right.
And then Jacksonville, Florida. And in Jacksonville,
There's not a lot of Latinos
there's
there, right?
barely any Latinos. So
Yeah.
we were known as the Latinos, but we ain't really Latino. And that's crazy. I come to Miami, I don't even tell people I'm Cuban no more, because like, gringo. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, I'm Cuban, but I just don't speak much.
Yeah. To a Cuban, that if you say you're Cuban and you don't speak Spanish, the old heads will tear you up.
Might as
bro.
well just say I'm a gringo. I'm white. Nah, man. But I'm really, like, you know, I never had full conversations with my grandparents. I got tias,
Yeah.
you know, I got the culture.
But you understand the culture, though.
I understand the culture, habla poquito, you know,
Yeah.
not nothing, but, you know, and one thing I do get is the music.
Yeah.
So
And exactly, and the music there's no language.
I can
to
get by
music.
there. Otro,
Yeah.
coro,
Cool.
double. I mean, I can get by musically.
Yeah.
I can go to a restaurant, tell the waitress what I like, you know, but like when they start talking the dialects, I'm lost. It's so hard.
So, bro, let's talk. Okay, we talked a little bit about you, how this whole thing came together.
Yeah.
Your beautiful studio. I really like the story. I dig it because I've been seeing you for a while on social. Didn't know a lot about you. Didn't know a lot about the business, but I had been seeing it around. I'm like, this is really cool. I want to know more.
Awesome.
And then I looked a little bit into the projects that you work on, right? And damn, bro, you've worked on some crazy shit. Well,
Yeah.
let's dive into some of your biggest projects or some of the most proudest projects you have here with your business.
That's a tough question. Man, I got so many.
Because I walking in, I see Daleks, I see Meek, I see a ton of flags
Crazy
up
you
there.
said Daleks first. Yeah, no, Daleks is awesome. Meek, actually, that's my producer, Vinny. He produced that.
Okay.
Me and Vinny worked together for 12 years. He produced that with Meek, Rick Ross, and Jay-Z on What's Free.
Okay.
I'd say probably my favorite project was working with Daddy Yankee. I don't know why.
Legendary, was it?
Legend Daddy.
Yeah.
I worked on a single before that album. I think just his energy and like how he took over the room, you know, was probably one of the most impressive things I've seen as far as like, wow, that's music. Like you just saw it. You didn't even
could tell
hear
he
it.
Was good.
Nah, it's different.
Yeah.
That's why he is what he is. It's different. It shows.
Yeah.
Like I didn't work with Kanye when they were in here, but I was in here for about 2 hours with them boys, and the way he was bouncing around to his music and dancing and feeling was the same thing I saw with Daddy Yankee. Was greatness. You don't make music by going there and saying something. You make it there by feeling it. And that I felt. That's why I feel their music. It is music. It's passion. It's relatable. It's emotion. And a lot of people just go in there and go through the motions. Them boys were jumping up and down, you know, going crazy. Dance moves you never seen before. And they're just vibing.
Right.
Different.
How did that happen? Like
greatness.
How did the whole Daddy Yankee thing happen? Did you know him already?
No,
he
booked over here to record. I think Flo or Justin, one of them boys, set it up for the first time.
Dimelo or just
Dimelo Flo or Justin Quiles. And I think, you know, they did a couple songs, and then one day they did another record. They wanted to see how the vocals would sound. I just popped in the room and mixed it real quick in front of them, and you know, and then we got to talking. He booked like here for like 3-4 months. And every day, you know, he's a great guy. He's very humble. He's very open, and like just built a relationship. Real recognize real, you know what I mean?
House of Hits has been part of some incredible projects like Donda, Legend Daddy, and Jimmy Cooks. Can you share some memorable moments from working with these high-profile artists and producers?
I'll go back to the first thing that always pops up to mind is thinking about either Daddy Yankee or Kanye is their presence and energy within the studio. It's not explainable, bro. Like, I've seen clients daily, probably 20 clients daily. Let's say 20 to 30 clients daily come in here. Them two are in a league of their own. Guess what? Kanye's top 5, and so the hell is Daddy Yankee. If not, they're 1 and 2.
Yeah.
To ever do it. That's the difference, is the energy in the room, bro. The energy within them is portrayed there, and everyone feels it. You can't buy that. That's why you can get people to write your music, but you say don't do nothing. They don't got greatness in them.
Passion.
They don't got that it. Bad Bunny got that it.
Yeah.
He got that it.
Who do you feel has, on the American side, could be urban, has that it right now that maybe is being slept on?
Well, there's a lot of different it. See, in the last, I don't even know about all the it, but like, there's nerdy it that works in the American side. You know, there's big it that works, and so there's so many different ways. I even look at like, not everyone's a attractive superstar nowadays. You got overweight people that are being glorified.
Yeah.
You know, everything's in.
Yeah.
So it's that special. It's it there, and how you carry yourself. You got to be unique. You got to be confident. You have to be.
Okay, I think you answered that question perfectly. It's not about an it. It's about who you are, how original you are, what kind of flavor you bring.
I don't care if you're introverted and weird, and to just be amazingly weird and introverted.
Yeah.
Don't just be an average introvert. Be the best introvert there is.
You know, when you're talking weird, it reminds me of like when Eminem came out with all those videos and all that weird shit he was on MTV.
Think about how weird he was,
bro. That's weird as
Hello hair. Half the world did it. That's weird. That's called greatness.
Tyler, the Creator's done it too. Like
that's
a bunch
greatness.
Of yeah.
That's art.
Yep.
I believe in that. There's no right or wrong weird.
How do you maintain a balance between affordability and top-notch quality when providing mixing and mastering services to both independent and major label clients?
Same thing. Be affordable to everyone and do the numbers game. Okay. And offer a great product. So my price is not out of reach for a local or a major. Okay. I got the best rates in the world for the quality I provide. It's not even close, but I try to do that for 2 reasons. You know, how would I ever have got a Daddy Yankee if I say I'm $5 grand and 2 points? He's just gonna go to the last 80 dudes who've already done his work.
Understood.
I come in a little cheaper. Some engineers might be mad at me, but it's a numbers game. I'm mixing a record. I've done this 23 years. I'll probably mix your record, and I won't even say a time, because people will be like, oh, he rushes, right?
Yeah.
This is what I do. Let me do me. It's gonna sound great, promise you. It doesn't matter how quickly I do it. But it's a numbers game, to me at least at that point. I do what I love, never rush anything. It's just I've been doing it 23 years. I don't need 8 hours with my workflow. This is not 1983. You know, I'm a new age engineer. All my records come from a laptop and headphones. I just had this the last 3 years. I've never been used to that. I'm training myself how to use this still.
Feel you.
You know, so it's different.
All right, let's see. You mentioned points. My listeners right now probably aren't familiar with what points means. Can you briefly break that down?
I mean, publishing, I can't explain to you in a quick way, right? But points just mean I wouldn't just be a work for hire. I would have a retention on a little bit of percentage, whether that's publishing or masters, whatever you negotiate. I would have a little piece of that.
Like a revenue share.
Yeah.
It's a revenue share.
Yeah, I'd say.
A lot of my listeners are marketers, and they make money out of revenue share, kind of like I do with companies. So I wanted you to break that down so they could get a little bit of
I mean, it's really confusing, that whole side.
Points is like a percent. 1 point is 1%.
Yeah, well, 1% usually, I guess they would say, would be from publishing, a point more on the master. But, you know, it depends what you can negotiate.
Yeah, that whole thing is a
engineers don't usually negotiate points unless you're elite, right?
Yeah,
like, it's not a common thing.
Yeah.
And you got to be willing to up your rates and lose clients. Mm-hmm. You really have to be like the top tier and also have relationships with the bigger labels for mixing, right?
And you pick your battles, I'm guessing. There's times where you know, like, maybe I can't ask for this.
Like Daddy Yankee, I wasn't going to ask for no point on the first record. I knew not to be stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, you know, Daddy Yankee's a boss. He know business. Like, I didn't need all that. It's an opportunity thing, too. I like to get the door open and stuff like that. But there's other projects I'll be like, you know, don't even worry about it. I'll mix it for free. I want 2 points or 4 points, whatever. I'll know who the artist is, what's the potential of the record. But the points there on an engineer basis is a small thing. Right? And I'm after the points basis on my own artists and my own producers, and we're getting it many other ways. I don't just engineer, right? It's much bigger than that.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're working your way, or maybe not working your way towards already executive producing. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to build a team. Not even so much executive producing. I want to build the resources to where you're a guy from Miami, you've been producing for 12 years, but your career's stuck, right? But you're really talented. You're just not good at the business and the marketing side. Not many people know your brand, right? I want to be that guy who can come in and help you. Let me put you the right person to market you. Let me get you the right management, right social media team. This is what it's going to cost. Damn, Vinny, don't have the money. Now you might sign my label, right? We'll have we offer a little package to everybody rather than just some, right? That's why my price point, I wanted a cheaper room and an expensive room we could offer to everybody. And some people still, oh, well, that's too expensive, Vinny. Well, I'm going to tell you, I got the best rates on earth. Like, if that's too expensive, you don't care about your craft. I'd rather do one song here than 12 at a studio that don't sound radio ready.
Yeah.
If I said one gem today, it's that.
Yeah. You're a trip out, bro.
No, I believe, you know, that's what I know is music.
House of Hits is also known for hosting brand events. Yeah. Can you tell us more about the types of events you host and how they align with your vision for the studio?
Man, you know, I'm open to a lot, just not really big crowds here, so it's tough. I lose a lot of opportunities just because I'm so like, oh, it's my baby, it's still new, kind of to me, you know. But we've had Meta, all the social media companies, really. Yeah. We've had a lot of events. Man, we have HBO here, shot, what they shoot? It's called Rap Shit. Uh-huh. They did that. I did the little series with Nati Natasha and Pina on Amazon TV. We've done a lot of different stuff. We just did Afrojack's interview.
Didn't she recorded a song here? Was it that here where she was working with Nati? And Pina was producing. Was it on this?
Yeah. She recorded a lot of music here.
I interviewed her when she launched that Amazon show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I interviewed her. We didn't get to do it in person. We had to do it on Zoom, but that was pretty cool. I really liked that show. It showed like behind the scenes.
Yeah, it was dope.
I see that happening with you one day, like down the road, once you've like checked off a bunch of boxes, kind of be like, all right, check out this whole model. This is how it happened.
Well, I've been approached.
This is how I laid it out.
By a few people doing a reality TV show. It just kind of goes against the privacy of what I built here.
Tread careful.
But it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
You better produce your own shit.
Don't worry. It's coming soon.
All right, bet. You guys heard that. There's something coming soon. All right. Can you share any upcoming projects or collabs that House of Hits is excited about?
A lot is coming soon. I'm just gonna stay tuned. I don't like talking about stuff before it goes. I'm working on a lot of plays right now. I think more important than anything, House of Hits opening a few more locations in the near future. Yeah. That's guaranteed coming. Yeah. We want to do Atlanta, Jacksonville, and Orlando to start, and slowly work our way up. And then also House of Hits Records is working on Shamali, as I told you, a new pop singer from Gainesville. That's I'd say my favorite person to work with in the studio.
Okay.
It's always fun. She got some vocals. She's got the writing. She's got the attitude. She got she's got the right head on her shoulders. She's so young to work so hard.
Yeah.
That I think she's got greatness ahead of her.
Yeah, you're speaking about her project with a lot of passion. You could tell in the way you articulate yourself, and like you can tell you're excited about it.
I think she's. You never know, right? You think you know. Like I think I love this song. I could be totally wrong. Like what do I know about picking records? But one thing I do know is she's special in here. And I know that. I know when I go home and I like a song today, we made it today. But if I like that song 2 months from now and 3 months from now, and I've done that song 8 months ago and I still love it, I got something there. Because I don't draw to music like that. I'm very picky with what I like. I usually like, oh, that fucking song's fire from Chris Brown. Or that song, and I put that in my playlist. Damn, that's crazy from Taylor Swift. Let's drop that. I don't like, oh, I gotta listen to this guy's artist. He's my favorite. I like great music.
Yeah.
That record's awesome. I want to hear that when I'm vibing. That's going in my playlist, right? I draw on the records. I drew onto her as an artist. Like, sheesh, where's she gonna go? I see arenas one day, but hey, we'll see. Time will tell. God willing.
All right. How do you want to be remembered, Vinny?
Just a crazy ass dude who love music. That's it. Yeah. With a bit, I'll keep it at that.
I'll keep it at that, so we don't have to cut.
Yeah, no, I'll keep it at that. I don't want to. I'll talk my shit later. Let me,
Yeah, the time will come.
Yeah.
The time will come. All right, man. Well, Vinny, appreciate you being on the podcast.
No, friend,
I was looking forward
me.
to this. I had a million obstacles for today to happen, and none of it got in the way. I was able to sit here with you, and it means a lot to me. I appreciate your time. Appreciate your studio.
Thanks for having me.
Y'all, this is Alex Quin, Mr. Mix and Master. Hustle inspires hustle. Catch you on the next episode.
Big hustle.